A woman just had a hysterectomy. She was still extremely weak, but she forced herself to cook for her husband. Her husband only cared about messing around with his female classmate the whole time. Even when the woman burned her hand with hot oil, he didn't care at all. Can you get me some burn-free? Quit being some dramatic, just run it under cold water. Hurry up, everyone's hungry. Hurry! The woman was heartbroken. She walked to the faucet and rinsed her wound. Tears streamed down her face, but she still hung out a little hope for him. No resentment at all. After dinner was ready, she brought a bowl of porridge to sober up her drunk husband. But his classmate, the little Eastwardy treble, she snipped that there was no seafood in the porridge. To make it worse, his mom joined in and yelled at the woman, saying she couldn't even cook a meal right. What's the point of even having her around? All the built-up anger exploded. She couldn't hold back anymore, slammed the porridge on the table and said someone else could cook from now on. But her husband showed no regret. He got even bolder, flirting with his classmate right in front of her, saying she understood him better and was more likable. That pushed her over the edge. She flipped the whole table, and hot oil splashed everywhere, burning the classmate's chest. Her husband flew into a rage and demanded she apologize. She refused flat out and poured out her pain. She'd just had surgery, was taking care of his paralyzed dad. She was cooking through the pain from her incision. She lifted her shirt to show him the scar. He'd never cared about her once, but he was still cold and cruel. He said taking care of his family was her job. She was the one making the scene, making her incisions split. It had nothing to do with him. Those words broke her heart. She'd had nothing, slapped him hard, yelling at these heartless people. She told them to get out of her house. This was her home, but she had every right to kick them out. The family refused to leave until the classmate cried about needing to get to the hospital. Then he left with them. The woman had asthma and attacked for anger. When she grabbed her inhaler, she dropped it on the floor. Ignore her. She always fakes being sick when she's in the wrong. She's had asthma for decades. She's not gonna die. I'm not putting up with her this time. Then he left with his classmate. Luckily, she mustered up her last bit of strength to pick up the inhaler and saved herself. Later, she dragged herself to the hospital and collapsed, only to be caught by a billionaire heir. Someone help! Mr. Liu, Ms. Ling Shuang. What, her name is Ling Shuang? His assistant confirmed she was his long-lost birth mother. The heir immediately arranged a top VIP room, the best doctors, covered low costs, and ordered a DNA test. A few days later, the husband brought his family to the hospital for his classmate's dressing change. When he saw her VIP room, he barged right in. His mom yelled at her for wasting money and he told her to speed up her IV, not caring about her health at all. She was completely done. She handed him divorce papers to sign. He tore them up and warned her not to try divorcing him. His classmate showed up and mocked her temper. He even tried yanking her out of the hospital bed for his classmate. A nurse stopped him just in time. She was utterly devastated. She used to be a top executive at Blue Group. She gave up her career for him, did all the housework and raised the kids, only to be disrespected by his whole family. After leaving the hospital, she saw a text from him to his mom. He'd been washing his classmate's underwear and telling his mom to deliver them. She got suspicious and went to the classmate's house with a key. She was shocked. On the wall were wedding photos of her husband and his classmate, a family picture with their son, and even a marriage license. So my 25-year marriage was just a total lie, a cruel joke they planned all along. Then her husband and the classmate came home. She hid under the bed and heard an even more shocking truth. They'd been together for years. He married her 25 years ago just to take everything from her, steal her house. Even the son she'd raised for 18 years was switched at birth. He was their kid. Furious, she called the head of Blue Group and agreed to return to work. She took photos of everything in the classmate's house as proof. She had the CEO offer her husband a big fake project. He was overjoyed. She pretended to apologize. She offered to throw him a victory party. That night, his mom and son showed up. His mom bragged non-stop that his success was all his own doing, nothing to do with his wife. Meanwhile, he was celebrating with his classmate in a bedroom. Little did he know, she'd replaced his usual lube with superglue. The two got stuck together and couldn't pull apart. She said she couldn't find him and led everyone to the room. He panicked the second he heard them coming.